The WNBA sure is an interestingly run league. That's another word for saying a very poorly run league. And they continue to show it every day with the things that they decide, whether it's the franchises with their what I would consider pretty atrocious decisions with players, the way you approach fan bases and the messages that are sent. But the WNBA today put a post and it says no space for hate. I guess this is their new motto, their new slogan. Their slogan for the 2025 season is this is no place for hate. Let's talk about this absolute nonsense. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. If you're new to the space, I appreciate you jumping on board. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. I appreciate y'all continue to support the channel. As you notice, for those of you who are back again, made some changes on the graphic work. I hope you like it. As you see on the right, we got all the different properties under Come On Now, the podcast. So please do check out all the videos in all of the areas that we produce content. But man, oh man, what is the WNBA doing? Like seriously, this is what they posted today on their social media on Twitter. Is this for real? No space for hate. This is coming from this is rich, ain't it? This is coming from a league that did nothing, said nothing when hateful acts were done literally all season, last season, by the players in the league who were jealous of the attention that a rookie in Caitlin Clark was receiving from fans, not from the league, but from the fan base that she has. They were jealous of the attention, of the money, of everything that Caitlin Clark creates. They were mad. They said things about her that were negative. They inferred things about her that were negative. They committed acts, hostile acts against her that they wouldn't otherwise commit against other players that were at some times looking like with intent to injure. We have multiple instances of this. I mean, whether it's the Dejanay Carrington experience of the eye gouge, which was by far the worst one, and then even in the same series, you got Marina Mabrey tomahawk chopping her across the face, for which a foul wasn't even called. And the fact that after the eye gouge by Dejanay Carrington, she made a mocking video about it on TikTok with her then girlfriend, former Indiana Fever teammate of Caitlin Clark, Nalissa Smith, which makes you know that she did it on purpose because she said she didn't after she was asked by a professional reporter. And then the NBA and NB, the WNBPA Players Association had a statement saying we cannot have journalists like this who actually ask questions. That makes, I mean, I don't know. It's their job, right? It's their job to ask questions. So the Players Association condoned it. The league condoned it. And then they condoned the behavior of Dejanay Carrington after, where she mocked the actual incident. I'm not even going to get into the Kennedy Carter one because that was early. That wasn't what you would consider to be something that should happen, but it is what it is. Then there's the commentary of all she can do to shoot three. All she can do is shoot. It boils my blood. That's Asia Wilson coming to watch us. Me too. Angel Reese. Brianna Stewart was puffy about it. Becky Hammond said some negative shit. Cheryl Reeve was negative. And these are coaches and players. coaches and players, and almost none, most of them, not to say none, most of the commentary about Caitlin Clark last year by the players in this league were negative. Hell, ownership, Renee Montgomery, with her negativity about Caitlin Clark and the Caitlin Clark fan base. I mean, what? No space for hate. I'm still waiting for people to show us screenshots of all these negative racist emails and racist DMs and all that shit that these players were claiming was happening to them. I mean, DeWanna Bonner did, I don't know, go from Connecticut to Indiana, and even Sydney Colson left Vegas to go to Indiana. Oh, Marie Turner went to Indiana. I mean, these are three players that, based on the demographic and the history and the people that they've played with and the things that have come out of the mouths of the people that they play with and or their political beliefs, would have otherwise never gone to Indiana if it wasn't for the racist people that cheer for Caitlin Clark. Oh shit, they're there. Damn. Oh damn. Those players are all there. I thought they weren't going to go. I thought that the fan base was nothing but a bunch of hating racists. I mean, that's what they've been. That's what people who cheer for Indiana have been said to be by this group of individuals. I mean, let's keep it real here. This commentary says there's no space for hate on or off the court. Today, we launched No Space for Hate, a league wide platform focused on promoting respect across the WNBA, from enhanced social media and arena security to increased mental health support. We're taking action to create a safer, more unified space for all because in the W, respect is non negotiable. God, that is rich. Oh man, that is rich. Wow. Maybe they should start policing their own players. Maybe they should start policing the owners of teams who have said, "Oh, Johnson, the owner of the part owner of the freaking Washington Mystics. Oh, she was really complimentary of Caitlin Clark. Yeah, Caitlin Clark should have been at Time Magazine Athlete of the Year. Should have been the whole league. Yeah, that too. So, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you can go into the media coverage of Caitlin Clark. I mean, the ESPN coverage of Caitlin Clark was never positive, not until maybe game 30. And then there was like, man, we can't make up bullshit anymore. We can't publicize and promote 39% shooting anymore while Caitlin Clark is busting down triple doubles and breaking records and firsts and 8.4 assists per game, and I don't know, leading a team that hadn't been to the playoffs in 8 years to the playoffs. Playoffs? Talk about playoffs? Yes, that's where Caitlin Clark took them to the playoffs. Um, but yeah, uh, are you gonna police your own league? Are you gonna police acts of hostility with intent to injure? I'm an old school guy. I'm an old school guy. I got zero problem with physical play. I got zero problem. In fact, I almost have zero problem with dirty play. It's part of trying to win. I really don't. But, but if you're allowing it to happen to one player, but they're not allowing it to other players, that's where it's a problem. I mean, we can watch every game that Caitlin Clark played last year and watch her get absolutely physically assaulted on virtually every play. No whistle swallowed. I mean, that's part of basketball. That's part of the game. But watch that same shit happen to other players and it gets called immediately. But the verbal comments, the physical acts of violence, I mean, that Marina Mabrey foul on Caitlin Clark that was not even called a foul. That was early 90s basketball type foul. I mean, I loved all of it. I loved it. What I'm saying, I loved it. I loved it because I love that type of ball. But that was at least called a foul in the 90s. That wasn't even called a foul. I always believed nothing in the paint. But if you have a rule, how about you start following the rule? because she sure as hell got her head taken off on that play. So there's a massive level of inconsistency in how this game is officiated when it comes to Caitlin Clark, and it's never for the positive for Caitlin Clark. It's always for the allowing abuse to occur. Let's look at some of the comments. I'm curious. Oh, this is my comment. Maybe you should start from within, since many of your players show hate to fellow players. Lord forbid you get pregnant in this league. Ask Dearica Hamby. And don't even get us started with Asia Wilson nonstop crying about racism against her despite having so many sponsorship deals. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and all that beautiful lip service towards your cash cow, Caitlin Clark, from players in the league. None of that shit is b-ball. It's jealousy and hatred. Oh, I got someone here saying, does that include not letting your reporters interact with a known misogynist and abuser who has bullied active players online? I don't even know who that is. I don't know if that, I don't know. Is that I don't know who that is, by the way. Is that the friend of Asia Wilson? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure. Um, I don't know what male is that. I have no idea. Don't know. Let's see what the responses are. I have no clue. Well, goddamn. Cook Taylor, expose him. Oh, oh yeah, I didn't mention Cheryl Swoops. Thank you, Mike, in traveling man. Cheryl Swoops' comments. My goodness. Like this is the hate. I mean, is this what we're doing? Like this initiative is is a joke. I don't usually use a lot of comments on Twitter, but I'm doing it now. Alrighty then. With bated breath, I wait. I presume um I don't know. Again, I don't know who she's talking about. I don't. I'm sorry. Maybe y'all. The only one I know think of is that women's b-ball watcher, medical manager. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she can tell us. Here's another one. Maybe the WNSPN can back off the race nonsense. The Fever fans aren't racist. Exactly. You're allowing players to call fans racist all the time in press conferences. Never seen one screenshot of anything that from any player to date. To date, not seeing one screenshot. Okay, here's one person. Please do something about the hate that's directed towards Angel Reese and other black players, including those black players on the Indiana Fever team that's sent from the Caitlin Clark fans. Thank you. All right. Whatever you say. Maybe tell one of your own players to zip her mouth on matters that don't concern her. Chen is an NCAA championship while Satu Sabli couldn't get it done at Oregon. Yeah, I talked about this in another video already. I mean, maybe go tell Angel Reese and Angel Wilson about this post. Do they ever say anything but hate? Yeah, except if you're white, haha. The fans that came with CC have ruined so much. Yeah, we've ruined it all. Yeah, we ruined it. No one was watching it before we ruined it, right? Okay. What all this boils down to is jealousy of Caitlin Clark. All the hate and abuse was directed at her and her fans, calling us all kinds of anti-white slurs. Start there. Asia and Angel have done nothing but encourage the hatred towards whites. Do something about that. CDS Sports, Chicks Dick Scars. This is empty virtue signaling. Everyone knows the real hate is coming from inside the house. Grab a mirror, kids. Darnell, he's on a lot of my stuff. How about you start from within, since you guys in the media hate the only star you guys have ever had in Clark. Truth is, many of your players show hate to fellow players. Exactly what I said. Even Candace Wiggins, when she was playing, God forbid if one player gets pregnant in this league. Jar Jar Binks, know him. You had the message, Asia Wilson. You get your crazy friends in line. I guess maybe that is what. Yeah, look at this, Jar Jar Binks. That's Diamond DeShields. Didn't she just get cut today and have some like meltdown video of she doesn't know how she's gonna go home, even though her father and brother are millionaires? I don't know, a little weird. Why isn't WNBA caring about her mental state? That they only send 3 to 5 boxes back to Atlanta and she can't get a rental car. Why don't they buy her a plane ticket? I don't know. I mean, this is the tomahawk chop down here. The eye gouge. This was not called a foul. This one on the bottom left was not called a foul. Does it look like a foul to you? And I left her out. This was just clearly, I mean, with the speed that Caitlin Clark was going on this play, this was an attempt to injure. Like, please. WNBA does not believe in free speech unless it's speech that's direct derogatory towards Caitlin Clark. Girl, mirror, look at it. Spend more money or better referees. This is directed at white ops, white people, and Caitlin Clark fans in particular. Right? Good job. Interesting to see what enhanced social media security is for the initiative filtering. Wow. Been watching the NBA for decades. I don't remember a campaign like this, though. When you state the obvious, it just makes things worse. Of course, people shouldn't be overly nasty to each other, but the league telling the fans this is not a great look. It's patronizing. Whoa, whoa. The big black lesbians can wail on Caitlyn all they want. Ooh, get that straight. Most of these videos are against the WNBA. We all know who this is directed to. Yet they can't provide proof of shit. I mean, I run a podcast where I have people who love Caitlin Clark, and nobody's ever slurred anybody. People who have a no issue slurring people will slur them anywhere. You want a few bad apples? There's a few bad apples in every bunch of every fan base. This is insane. I mean, these comments are pretty much all. Again, I don't know what enhanced security is, so they're going to start deleting. I saw the Seattle Storm posted something as well. Like they're going to start deleting negative posts on their page and block people. Can you imagine you're going to block people on social media who are talking about your sport, a sport that nobody talked about? It don't make any sense. But this is what the WNBA does. It's a lot of stuff that never makes sense, you know? It's a lot of stuff that just never makes sense. But man, pot kettle, bro. Safer, more. Again, I want to see the screenshots. I want to see the slurs. No one got. I only remember one guy potentially being tossed out of an arena, and that was after he said some heinous ass shit, vile shit to Caitlin Clark at a Connecticut game. He was taken off for a second and then came back and sat in his chair. If there were so many racist Indiana fans in them buildings, why weren't fans ejected by the referees, by the security? Because none of that shit ever happened. None of that shit ever happened. It never happened. People get ejected from NBA arenas all the time for saying messed up shit. But no one got ejected from a WNBA arena, let alone Indiana. Maybe you get some nasty shit in your DMs. Maybe you do. You ain't screenshot any of it. You ain't show it to us. Why don't you show it to us, please? Because because nobody cares, man. Yeah, you think we care? I get Dejanay Carrington blocking me on Twitter. You want to know why? Because I said she's a fucking scumbag. That's why. Dirtbag, dirtbag Dejanay, and I stand on that shit. She's a dirtbag. We'll see if there's any difference in her behavior this year. Probably won't be. But that's what you get blocked for. God forbid you question somebody. God forbid the media asks a question that, oh, they don't like. Oh, that's hateful. God forbid I question a WNBA reporter on her comments that are just nothing but spewing vile about Caitlin Clark and her fans. Y'all remember if y'all been with me for a minute, y'all know what I'm talking about. I invited her ass to debate. She never came on. She blocked me and kept talking shit about me. Whatever. I got 20 years on that girl almost, talking sports, covering sports. It's like a child, man. Like, please, these people, the whole thing is ridiculous. But this is what the WNBA does, man. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this nonsense. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, leave a comment. I appreciate y'all. It's opening night. But really, for us, for Indiana fans, it's Saturday, 3 p.m. Let's go. It's Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way, women's basketball. Come on now.